All right, let's ride our monitors now to Capitol Hill as Congress races to finalize a government spending bill to avoid a potential government shutdown tomorrow. Lawmakers now head back to the negotiating table after House Speaker Mike Johnson tossed a last-minute stopgap spending measure. Now, the bipartisan deal received major pushback from President-elect Donald Trump. Allies Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy also slammed the measure on social media. The bill included over $100 billion in funding for disaster relief funds and a pay raise for members of Congress. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise had this to say this morning after arriving on the Hill. Take a listen.
We're working through some things. We had some real progress last night that we may watch.
Have you spoken to President Trump about this?
We've been talking to a number of people, of course, people in the incoming Trump administration, Democrat counterparts, our colleagues in the House. So there's a lot of moving parts, but you know, the ultimate goal is to get a bill that addresses our immediate needs, but also sets President Trump up for success when he comes into office.
Now, Democrats also responded to the collapse deal this morning. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries had this to say moments ago during his weekly press briefing.
House Republicans, Senate Democrats, and Senate Republicans reached a bipartisan agreement to fund the government, prevent a shutdown, and meet the needs of the American people. We reached a bipartisan agreement that will help farmers, families, the future of working class Americans, children, seniors, veterans, and the men and women in uniform all across the nation and the world. That bipartisan agreement has now been detonated because House Republicans have been ordered to shut down the government and hurt the very working class Americans that many of them pretend to want to help. This is a moment that's not about the incoming president. It's not about millionaires and billionaires. It's about the harm that House Republicans will do to the American people if the government shuts down.
All right, let's bring in Nancy Cook for more on all of this. She is the senior national political correspondent for Bloomberg News. Nancy, thank you so much for being with us. President-elect Trump and Elon Musk weighed in on this deal, calling for Democratic priorities to be removed and a debt ceiling increase. Are these realistic requests with just 36 hours to go before Congress reaches its deadline?
Well, that is a huge, heavy lift to basically ask Congress right before the holidays, when the government is slated to shut down at this point at midnight on Friday, for them to deal with the debt ceiling. I think that sort of adding that demand on top of just taking out a lot of what Republicans are calling pork or special projects or Democrat demands in the CR, was the continuing funding resolution, was already going to be a really tall lift. But adding sort of the debt ceiling to the mix, even if there are Democrats who also want to get rid of it, is just a really, really tall order. And I do think that, there's a majority likelihood that we are heading towards a government shutdown.
And Nancy, Elon Musk spent much of the day yesterday criticizing the now collapsed government spending bill. Lawmakers today sounding the alarm about his remarks on social media. This is what Congresswoman Becca Balint had this to say earlier today. Take a listen.
Look, billionaires are running the show here. And so what I want to say to people is, you thought you voted for Trump. You didn't actually. You voted for billionaires to run the show. Because who's taking orders from whom? Musk is calling the shots, and the House GOP is falling in line. And these billionaires, they don't care about us. They don't care about Americans. They don't. Elon Musk wants a big, massive tax break in the next administration. That's what this is about, folks.
Yeah, it's a big question, Nancy. How much influence does Elon Musk appear to have with this incoming Trump administration? Is it Elon that's calling the shots here?
Well, I think that Trump is still calling the shots. I mean, he is the one that is, calling different news networks today and sort of outlining his position about the debt ceiling or the CR bill. But it's true that Elon is holding tremendous sway in this administration. He dined with Trump and Jeff Bezos, the Amazon head of Amazon, last night at Mar-a-Lago. He has been sitting in on cabinet personnel meetings. He has been really a fixture at Mar-a-Lago since the election, golfing with the president-elect, sitting in on meetings about policy. He has just been a constant figure. And using his megaphone of the social media platform X, he has really been making his views known on government spending, but also just a number of issues. We saw him even weigh in on the Treasury Secretary pick. And, he is unelected, and he is one of the president's sort of close buddies at this point. I'll be curious to see if that bromance can last, several months as Trump actually returns to Washington and becomes president. But he does have a huge amount of sway at this point.
Yeah, and Nancy, House Speaker Mike Johnson now needs support from Democrats again to get this bill passed. He had it earlier this week with the initial bill. Can we expect to see another bipartisan deal, or is this really the end of the line for Democrats and they're saying, you know what, forget it, we'll blame this on the Republicans?
I think this is the end of the line for Democrats, at least for now. I think that there's a feeling that if a continuing funding resolution doesn't have some of their priorities in it, what is in it for them to vote for it? They feel like Speaker Johnson needs to lead his caucus, and if they're the ones balking against this bill, then he needs to figure out the solution. But I don't think the Democrats think it's in their best interest to sort of bail him out. And I do think his speakership is on the line right now. We're seeing President Trump have sort of a lukewarm reaction to him. His own House Republicans are rebelling. And it is a remarkable scene. Trump hasn't even taken office yet, and already the House Republicans may be fighting over the speakership.
All right, Nancy Cook, thank you so much for that reporting.